Okay, so good evening, everyone. I hope you all are doing well. So, welcome to today's picture description session. Okay, so a picture speaks 1,000 words, but today I want you to give those words a voice. I have shared 4 images in the chart sections. Take a moment, look at them, not just with your eyes, but try to feel them. Okay, and don't just describe what you see. Try to understand what picture is trying to say. What story is hidden? What emotion it carries? Be the voice of that picture. Speak from your heart because sometimes the simple words create the most beautiful impact. So, there is no right or wrong here. Just express yourself freely. So, without taking much time, let's begin our session. Okay, the pictures are in display. So, let me check who is the first participant. Okay, it's Mahir. Mahir, are you there?
Yes, ma'am. Good evening.
Very, very good evening, Mahir. So, have you selected the image which you would like to go with?
The person is burning in fire. This picture.
My favorite. Yes, Mahir. Okay. 1 second. 3, 4, 2, 1. And start. Yeah.
Yeah. So in this picture, I see is that one man is burning, and some things written in English is that don't burn yourselves to keep others warm. So uh, that thing shows is that uh, we should never sacrifice anything for others. Like sometimes what happens, we are trying to do better things for others, but we doing a lot of good things for others. We are destroying ourselves. We become a bad person in our real life. Sometimes the good persons become bad because they are trying to do lot of good things for others. So that things are not healthy for us. Sometimes we are doing um, we are hurting ourselves or we become the bad one because we are sacrificed a lot of things we didn't care about ourselves. And then the quiet shows the great thing is that we should put some emotional boundaries. If we didn't select any kind of emotional boundaries, what will happen? Mm, like everything becomes so much toxic in our life. Mm, mm, some people take advantage of our kindness. We are kind, it's good, but not good if a person's become too much kindness in their life. So people take lot of advantage of that type of persons, and we should always think ourselves first, and our self worth matters. Your being is just as important as others. Whatever things a person try to do for others, they should also do for themselves too. That are more important. So if they are only caring others and forget about themselves, so that things is not good. Self love matters. Everyone do that thing first, then they should care about other people. And then here burning out is a warning in this picture, because if someone's consistently giving without any kind of rest or any kind of uh, uh, any kind of thing like they are getting, so they become tired also. They are hurting themselves or they are burned. This picture that reflects. So we should also value the people who respect us. So if they are always hurt us or bad behave with us, and we are still doing the good things for them, so we are damage our own peace that time, and we are burned. Like it will be harmful for us, and it's totally a negative thing for our body and mind. And then and the persons here, he lost himself, like try to help others. He totally become a dead body. Like a person is alive, but he loses himself totally because he is a good person. He is so much kind, but he didn't balance his kindness, and that is why he is silently suffering a lot. Many people suffer quietly while appearing strong outside, because some persons are like that. They are too good. They even didn't know how to say no. Even someone say to do anything, they always say yes, and that never protect their mental health, or they didn't know how to protect their mental health and say no. They always try to say yes. So these type of things are not good for anyone. And then uh, so we should do one thing, like we should make healthy relationships with everyone, like mutual care. This type of persons care us, we should also care that type of person. Not one side sacrifice is not good. Some persons are doing that, like if, me also, in some years back I am also like that. Like I always care one side. I am doing all the things and maintaining my childhood friends with my relationship, but that things is not good, though they are my male best friends, my childhood friends. So it's not good. Like if they are not respecting us, like even they are our childhood friends, so we should cut off that type of people from our life, because we are always doing sacrifice, so that things are not good. We should think about our mutual care. If the person is not care, which type of care you are doing, so you should cut off that type of friendship. You should choose more better people who are care you, who are give you support, like your family members, like your parents, what they are doing. So you should choose, or we should choose that type of people, not thinking that they are our old friends. And even some friends change according to the time. They become selfish or not good for our mental. Some persons really hurt us a lot. Cause of time, they become cruel also, or selfish, or they change. I mean, these type of people are not good for our mental health. So we should always focus on our own peace and our own growth, and find a person who is better for us, like always helping us also. Not only we are giving one side everything. That things are not good. One side anything is not one side sacrifice. You always tolerate the bad behavior. So we should protect this type of things in our life and become or try to let it go from this type of people from our life. And then we become uh, we achieve our inner peace, and that is good for our mental health too. We can sleep better. So that's all, man.
Wow, Mahir, very nice. Honestly, I really like the way you explain. Very cool, very calm. You didn't just describe the picture. You actually tried to fill it, and that was very beautiful explanation you have, and with examples also which you have given, it was amazing. And the point you shared about being too good for others and hurting yourself, that was very real. Okay, and I could feel that. Little emotions in your words that were really good. I love the way you uh, have brought the answers. Really, I loved it. Okay, and yeah, that's it. Mayor, thank you for taking part in the session. Mayor, lovely. Would you like to go with other picture? Would you like to go with other images?
Take another participant. I already take 10 minutes maybe. It's not good.
Okay. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you so much. Okay. So can we have our next participant? That is Aizul. Is Aizul on the VC? Okay. Chirag, are you there? Emma, are you there?
Hello, am I
Emma, are
audible?
you there? Yeah, you are loud and clear. So which picture you have selected?
Do I have to select one picture only?
You can, if you want, you can go with the 3, 2, or 4, whichever you want.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm starting now. Thank you so much, ma'am, for giving me this opportunity to convey my thoughts. And thank you so much, everyone. Uh, Firstly, I would like to go with the last picture, which is showing four crows and the one chick. So let me just read the caption first. If you surround yourself with people better than you, your growth is inevitable. So this is very much true. Like I have also experienced this in my personal life. If you are surrounded with the people good and if you are surrounded with the right people, then you will take less time for self growth and for your growth. But if you are with the wrong people, if you have surrounded yourself with the wrong people, then your growth is surely will not happen, as well as you will go down. Let's take an example of if you are surrounded yourself, if you have surrounded yourself with the people who consume a lot of alcohol and they consume a lot of intoxicating substance. So the thing is that you will eventually and gradually and eventually you will become like them. You will start smoking, you will start taking those alcohols. But the thing is, on the other hand, if you have surrounded yourself with the people who are talking about self growth, self improvement, and the topics like politics and knowledgeable topics. So you will also become a rational person. You will see things in a very rational way instead of just looking at things. So this is the difference between your surrounding and your environment. Let's take one another example of this. We are here. I'll take only example of this group only, the English learners. So we find a lot of better people here who communicates really well. So what we are doing is we have surrounded ourselves with the people who are articulately good, who are communicate who they are having their good communications. Now the thing is, if we just stay continuously with those people, so we will also be able to improve that. It is not like if someone will say that I can improve communication and articulation or anything alone, it is not true to the some extent, because the thing is that we are only consuming knowledge if we are improving solo or if we are just improving alone. But the thing is when we are improving with our surroundings, so we are practically implementing things. So this is one thing that this picture is trying to tell us. So your surrounding, there is one thing that I wanted to make, that I wanted to tell you, your connections are your no it was like your connection decides your net. Okay, so it was like your network decides your net worth. So this is the quote, like how you are surrounded yourself with the people, this will decide your net worth, this will decide how you are gonna do financially. So moving to the another picture, which is showing the life process of this man. In the first uh, phase of this life, his life is chase, then experience, then reality. So what this picture is trying to tell us is that that person, how this materialistic life is include us with only pursue the materialistic things. In the first phase of his life, he's chasing all this money and materialistic life. But the thing is that only chasing materialistic life will not be a solution. We have all heard that one word, mental cost. So we have to look for that as well. So just pursuing and just chasing the materialistic life will not be good for your mental health as well as your overall health, and it will break your relationships with the people. So the thing is that at the end of the day you will realize that by chasing materialistic life I have lost a lot of things. I have different habits. I was having different habits. I was having different interests that I wanted to do that makes me really happy. Instead of that, pleasure that I get from that materialistic life. So the happiness that I truly get from the things that I do, I haven't done it because of the materialistic life. Let's say if some person wanted to travel to the world, wanted to travel to some places, but because of chasing the materialistic life, he or she was not able to do that. So this is the one thing that this picture is trying to tell us. Look for the things that really makes you. The core idea of this picture is look for the things that makes you happy instead of that materialistic life only. Okay.
Bro,
Uh,
I watched this
I,
movie.
sorry.
Uh, I think you're talking about Fight Club.
Actually, I'm talking in this picture depiction session. Okay. So moving forward, I'm going with this last picture, which is showing one skull which is burning. Don't burn yourself to keep others warm. So what this picture is trying to tell us is like sometimes people care more about other people. Like if I say they are more concerned about other people, they are so affectionate and they are emotionally not that strong. So therefore they care about other people instead of caring about themselves. So what I think how this comes from your upbringing. What I mean by upbringing is when how we grow up and how because our initial thoughts and initial behaviors are designed by our parents. So the thing is that it is coming from our parents that we are caring about others. Like it is coming from especially from mothers, because mothers are more like this, that they selflessly do things for the people, for the family and for other people as well. So this things might be shaped by your parents and your upbringing, and you will not realize that until you will until you will be harming yourself. You will not realize that you are more concerned and more caring about other people instead of actually looking about yourself, like how you are harming yourself. Let's say some person cannot say sorry. I have seen a lot of people, I don't know why people cannot say sorry. I found it really weird. Like if you are not comfortable in something, say sorry. What is wrong in it? And there is a lot of YouTube videos I've seen in like they explain how to say sorry. And I found it really I would say weird. Like people are not in this generation, they are not comfortable in saying sorry or saying no if other person wants them to do something. In my college, I have seen people like let's say if some person is saying that please do my assignment, they cannot deny it. And I don't understand that it is because the relationship between them that they want to keep, or it is because something there is in their mind that they can't say sorry and they can't say no. So I am, really curious to know about this, like why people did it. Although I found it really weird, but this picture is trying to tell us that only, that don't burn yourself to keep other warms. Look for yourself as well, your needs and your wants as well. So I think I've done with the three pictures. So it was great sharing my thoughts. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much, Kittu ma'am.
Thank you so much, Amar, and thank you so much for taking part in the picture description session. Yeah. So, Amar, I really liked your explanation for all the three images. First thing, you didn't just describe the pictures, you actually try to understand the deeper meaning behind each one, and that was very impressive. Okay. The first image, your thoughts about emotional boundaries and self sacrifice were very real and very, very relatable. For the second image, the way you spoke about the mental cost and the impact of materialistic life, that showed a very mature and thoughtful perspective. Okay. And for the third image, your explanation about surrounding and how they affect our growth was very clear. very well explained with good examples. I enjoy listening to you, Amar. The way you explain and you bring the examples of of reality of life you bring now. It's directly that picture comes in front of my eyes, like I can connect that thing, and I could see that you were trying to connect every image with the real life, which made your overall speaking very, very meaningful. Thank you so much. Very nicely. I really enjoyed listening to you. Very well done. Thank you so much, Mr. Emma.
Thank you so much, ma'am. It was a pleasure to hear these things from you. Thank you so much.
Okay, so can we have our next participant? Let me check the website. Okay. It's Aizal is there. Okay. Chirag? Is Chirag there? Aizal, Aizal. Okay, okay. Okay, Aizal. So, very good evening, dear. So, which
Good
picture
evening.
you have selected?
Let me check it out. Okay. Second one and fourth one.
Second one and the fourth one. Yeah, you can please.
Okay, thank you so much. So good evening everyone present here. This is Aizal Zara. I hope you all are doing well and your evening is full of orchids and moonlights. Without any further delay, let's dive in. So I love to go with the second picture first. So what I am able to grab from this image speaks in a quite haunting metaphor. You know, a skeleton engulfed in flames stand alone in darkness, paired with the words, beautiful words, don't burn yourself to keep others warm. This line hits me harder, to be honest. You know, it's not about what to say, literal fire. It's about the slow, invisible exhaustion that comes from giving too much to others, giving too much of ourselves to others, right? Think of it, you know, sometimes you might push yourself to always be available for friends. Even when you are tired, you are overwhelmed, you smile, listen, help them, while inside you feel drained, right? That's a small flame. And over time, if you ignore it, you over needs, like it grows day by day with time. I'm thinking about my mother. Like, you know, my mama might be someone who works endlessly, never resting, always putting family first. From the outside, it looks like strength. Yeah, she is a strong lady. But inside, there might be quite laziness, tiredness, fatigue that no one notices, right? And yeah, I'm also thinking about my Baba right now after like seeing this image. I don't know why. My mama and Baba, they popped in my mind. You know, Baba might carry responsibility silently, sacrificing his own comfort so our family, feel secure. That's love. But you know, if it comes without balance, it can slowly consume him. And the skeleton represents what's life when someone forgets themselves completely, when all the warmth they gave leaves nothing behind. And the message isn't to stop caring, no, not at all. It's to care wisely. You know, love doesn't mean losing yourself. Helping others shouldn't mean hurting yourself. So, real strength is knowing when to pause, when to say, I need rest too, and when to protect your own light. So, it doesn't turn into a fire that burns you away. Now, I'm done with this picture. Now, moving to our last picture. Okay. So, this image, such a beautiful image, feels like a quite confrontation with growth itself. You know, a small, soft chick stands in the center, fragile, innocent, uncertain, almost out of place. Around it, dark crows gather, right? Sharp eyed, like scary crows, and it seems they are experienced. Like silent judges of a world the chick has barely begun to understand, right? And the air feels heavy, not just with threat, but with expectations. And the beautiful quote, if you surround yourself with people better than your growth is inevitable. But this picture really hits me harder. It shows that growth is not comfortable. You know, you guys, including me too, we are like that chick. May find ourselves in room where others seem smarter, stronger, more confident. Maybe in this VC where everyone answers faster. Maybe among friends who seems ahead in life. In those moments, it's easy to feel small, like you don't belong. But that discomfort, that's where transformation begins. The crow are not just danger, right? They are mirror of what you could become. Their presence forces the chick to adapt, to observe, to grow beyond its softness. In your life too, in my life too, like when you choose to stay around people who challenge you instead of those who kept you comfortable, you are choosing what to say evolution over ease, right? It might feel intimidating, even lonely at time, but slowly and gradually, without you noticing, you sharpen. So one day you won't feel like the chick anymore. You will realize your growth, like your growth wings, strong enough to stand among them. You have everything to do now, and not in fear, but in quiet strength. Yeah, I'm done with this picture too. Thank you so much for lending your ears to me. Thank you for listening me patiently.
Thank you so much, Aizu. Thank you so much. Again, I really enjoyed listening to you, really. If I talk about your second image, the way you explain emotionally exertion and connected with your personal experience about your mother, that was really touching. Huh? And you didn't just speak, you made us feel that message. And in the fourth image, your description was so visual and expressive. I could actually imagine the chick and the crow through your through your words. Okay, and the way you explain that the growth is uncomfortable, that was very powerful thought. Okay, and especially your point about feeling like small or uncomfortable around stronger people, that is also very real, and we feel sometimes we feel, and we have gone to this phase also. And when you said growth comes from discomfort, that was also very strong and a very meaningful idea. Okay, so I really enjoyed listening to you, and the you gave full justice to the images, and thank you so much for taking part in the session. Thank you, my dear.
Thank you so much, Kittu, for your beautiful feedback. I really appreciate. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay, can we have our next participant? Okay, let me check the website. Okay, is Chirag here? AR is there?
Yes, ma'am, I am here.
Okay. So AR, very good evening. So which picture you have selected?
Yeah, ma'am, I will go with two pictures.
Yeah.
Let me see. Ma'am, I will go with picture number 2 and 3.
You will go with picture number 2 and 3. Yes, you can. The stage is all yours.
Okay. So, in picture number 2, we can see a skeleton is standing and it is burning. There is very, there are, flames of fire around it. And the background is not very clear, but the skeleton is burning, and the message that is written here, that don't burn yourself to keep others warm. Obviously we know that sometimes we burn logs to keep our rooms warm. So the picture conveys a very deep message that we often see that there are many people who actually sacrifice their joys, their happiness, their small aspirations, emotions, everything for other people. And it can be seen in many family, it can be seen in family life as well as in relationship also. In family life, we often see that sometimes parents sacrifice all their joys and happiness when for only for their children. They make big savings so that their children can study in a you know in a good institution, and they also sacrifice their own quality time and spend it for their children's improvement. So this is very common scenario that we can see in our everyday life, but the end result is not very good, or is not always what we expect. Oftentimes we see once the children become adult and get their own job and choose their life partners, they often move away from their parents, and the parents have to spend their life in isolation during their old age. This is a sad reality, but it is a bitter pill to swallow, and parents should understand that while children are important and there is nothing wrong in spending time and energy for their children, but they should strike a balance. They should also live their own life. And the similar thing can be seen also during romantic relationships. Often we can see one partner is manipulating and toxic, and sometimes he emotionally, financially manipulate the other person. And the other person is so much dedicated, so much committed that even if he shows red flags, he ignores it because he loves his partner so much that he believes in everything she says. So in this way, that see he also is exploited. So, and at the end, those cheating partner ultimately sometimes ditch them. And there are many news that once after breakup, a person commits takes some wrong decision about his life. So I would say that everybody should understand that self-respect is very important, and we should not burn ourselves. That means we should not go out of our way to please someone or to fulfill someone's unreasonable demand. And if we can do so, then we can live a happy life. And now come to the second picture. In this picture, actually, there are three parts. In the first part, we can see a man in his young age. He is very much energetic, and he is literally running after money. And the caption says chase. So the young man, when the man is young, he is chasing money. He has energy, he has health, and he has a dream. So he is chasing after, he's running after money, he is chasing money because he thinks with money he can build a secure future. Now come to the second portion of this picture. Here we can see the man has become middle-aged, and his posture has also become somewhat slow. He is not running anymore, but he is walking. But there are money in his hand, and he is holding them tight. And the writing reads experience. So the man has calmed down. He now realizes that money is important, but we should not run after money, but we should not chase money, because it is experience that has taught him this thing. Now come to the last portion. We can see the man has reached the end of the road, and there is a sign that it reads end. And after that, there is the vast sea. and the man is trying to hold the money. He's trying hard to hold the money, but he has become very much old and he can't hold all the money. Some of the money are overflowing, some of the notes are overflowing from his hand, and the caption says that it is reality. So the picture is very meaningful. The last part actually indicates that when the time for us comes that we have to go to the other part of life, that means when the time for us comes to die, we can't take anything from here. How much money we can accumulate, how much material wealth we can gain, when we die, we have to go empty handed. There is a saying in Hindi that we have come here empty handed and we have to go empty handed. So this thing here, it shows shown beautifully that you can't take anything with you. So the message is loud and clear that instead of running after money and spending your and and in doing so, if you neglect your near and dear ones, if you do not give importance to your relationship or to your, and if you only run after money, ultimately you will have nothing. So instead of doing that, you should take care of your near and dear ones and make yourself a good person. Money is important, but it is not all. Yes, ma'am, I am done.
Wow, my God, what an amazing speakers today we are having. And AR, I really like your explanation. You know, the way you have described the image and then connected it with the real life example, that was so very nice. Especially, like, your point about parents sacrificing their happiness for their children, that was so very, very meaningful, really. I could see that you understood the message of the picture very well, and your explanation was simple, clear, and really easy to follow in the first image. In the second, I really like the way you explained this image, the way you divided the picture into the three parts and explain each stage step by step. That was very clear and well structured. I could, easily follow your explanation from beginning to end, and especially the transition from chasing money to gaining experience and then reaching the final stage. That was explained very nicely. Your uh, your speech and your logical flow were really very strong, really very strong. I enjoyed listening to you, so nicely explained, and I'm really happy to host today's picture description session. Really, I'm telling you, thank you so much for taking part in this session here. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am, for beautiful feedback. Thanks a lot.
Okay, can we have our next participant today? Okay, let me check. Right. Okay, is Tej over here? Okay, it's Nisa. Nisa, are you there? Okay, she left, I think. Okay, Tej also is not there. Okay, if anybody wants to take part, please register the name on the.
Ma'am, I want Aru.
Okay, Aru, please register your
Madam,
name on the
I
website.
want, but I don't. Okay, madam.
Indian, you have to register your name.
Ma'am, I'm unable to register actually.
You
I
are
tried sometime. Can you
yeah.
write my name there, please, ma'am?
Okay, 1 second. Let me check. Okay, I think we have our Tej over here. He's come. Okay, Tej is there. Tej, sir, are you there? He left again. Okay, Anu.
Aru.
Aru. Okay. So, Aru, very good evening. So, which image picture you would like to explain? Like, you'll go
Yeah,
first.
ma'am. I will go with last picture, fourth one, and
Fourth one.
second one.
Wow. Everybody is
Okay.
loving second and fourth one.
Yeah.
Okay, and
So,
yeah, the
thank
stage
you
is
so
all
much,
yours.
ma'am.
You can please.
Thank you so much. Like first picture, like we can see clearly, don't burn yourself to keep others warm. So this picture is saying to everyone, one word I want to share here. No. No means nahi, means you should have courage to say no. Sometimes it happens we are sacrificing for our family, for friends, for relatives, for everyone, for society, but because we don't have courage to say no. One of I can give one example for one movie, Amitabh Bachchan movie. There was movie name was Pink, Tapsi Pannu movie. There was only one word picture like no. If Amitabh ji said like if that girl is saying no means no, doesn't mean like she was in drunk and all, doesn't mean. So this word we have to learn how to say no. It happens most of the time, it happens with sorry, especially I am giving example for daughter-in-laws. In every home after marriage, girls are unable to say no. They have to do everything. Even their child is crying, but they can't say to mother-in-law and in-laws like I can't do this work because I have some work, because my child is crying, he needs me. This kind of situation they are facing in every home most of the time. I'm telling, in every home it happened. So what happened, they are sacrificing and their child is sacrificing, and what they are getting later, they are not getting respect, they are not getting any position in their home. They are nothing. Even I am not talking about every home, every people, but mostly in Indian culture it happens. So I am giving just for example, like it happens. So we have to say no, I can't do, because you are also human beings. You have your own identity, you should make your identity. Whatever you are a housewife, you are a girl, you are a woman, you are a boy, you are anyone who you are. So you have to maintain your demeanor, who you are. You have to make your recognition in the world, in the society, and everywhere. So for this, for making your career success, you have to, you should not sacrifice always in front of people. You can sacrifice from your comfort zone. With your comfort zone you can, because like it's sorry, I just fumble. I was telling, because it was necessary to sacrifice with your comfort zone with for getting success, but no need to sacrifice in front of people for making them happy. They will not be happy. You can't make happy others. So this picture is showing us this thing. Even though our one of friend, he gave very good example about relationship, about other things. So this is also true. On the last picture there is written one quote: if you surrounded yourself with people better than you, your growth is inevitable. This is true, because like our parents, we know very well, our parents used to say us, with children, only make good friends, only go with a good circle. We should also think about it, we should follow this kind of thing, because if you are every day you are meeting with a wrong person, definitely one day you will become a wrong person. Actually it happened. I wanna say, like, if you have a positive mindset, but if you are spending time with negative mindset people, definitely after some time you will feel demotivated, and you will be negative, you will not be optimistic more. It happens. So we have to think about it, like whatever you want to become, you need to live with those kind of people, uh, all who all are surrounding with you. Like if you for example, if you are a student and you want to become a doctor, IPS officer, and any, you should spend your time with those kind of intelligent person students who are really really determined for becoming doctor and for getting success. If you are squander your time here and there and with those kind of person who are not good in study and they are just roaming here and there, that time it's not possible to get your goal. This is the problem. So since childhood we are learning this thing from our parents are trying to inculcate in everyone, their children, like what is good, what is bad for you, you have to think. Or if you are unable to control yourself, you have to go with a good great speaker temples and everywhere, because if you will go in those kind of places and people, that time definitely you will get a positive energy, and you can change your future, your life. Okay, that's all. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Wow, Anu. Very nicely you spoke. And the way you have brought such a nice thoughts and you have expressed your thoughts, it was commendable, really. You spoke with a lot of emotions, and that made your explanation very real. In the first image, that the message about learning to say no, that was very, very strong and very, very important, very nicely. And especially the example you gave from the movie Pink, that was also very powerful and was connected well with the picture. And when you spoke about the real life situation in families, wow, wow, that made your explanation more strong. And I could clearly feel that you were you were speaking from your heart. And in the second image, I really liked your explanation, the way you connected the picture with the real life and spoke about the surroundings and mindset. That was such a meaningful. Wow, what a message you have given. Your example about the students and goals like becoming a doctor, that was very practical and very easy to understand. And I could see that you were trying to explain how the people around us influence or our thinking and growth, right? And you did that very nicely. And you gave a very strong message. Really, really. Good job.
Thank you so
Keep,
much.
keep speaking like this. And you were really very nice. You're confident. I love that you're confident. Thank you. Keep
Yeah, thank you
participating
so much.
again.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Kittu.
Thank you so much, Anu. Okay, now can we have our next? Okay, Naisa is here. Very good evening, Naisa. Naisa.
Yes, hello, evening.
Very, very good evening. How are you? After a long, long time.
Yes, I'm well. Thanks for asking. How about you, ma'am?
Me also fine. So, Naisa, which image would you like to explain first? Would you like to go with first?
Ma'am, could you please choose an image for me? I would love to describe whatever you pick.
I would like go with the skeleton one.
Okay.
Okay. And the other one is, one second, let me, yeah, one second. And the other image I want like, okay, chase, experience, and the end.
Okay, all right.
All the best. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so a very good evening, everyone. Nice this side, and I'm very excited to share my insight on these images. Here I go. Okay, so in the second image, honestly, the first thing I feel when I look at this image, it's kind of intense and a little disturbing at the same time. Like there is this skeleton literally on fire, and it's not just a normal fire. It feels like it's burning from within. And there's a line: "Don't burn yourself to keep others warm," and it just hits differently because And literally this suddenly the image starts making a lot more sense. Like the skeleton represents a person who has given so much of themselves to others, that there is almost nothing left. Like they have been helping, caring, sacrificing again and again until they're completely drained. And the fire here, it doesn't feel like strength, it feels like exhaustion. Like they're slowly destroying themselves just to make others comfortable or happy. And honestly, if I think about it, something a lot of people go through in real life. Like sometimes we try so hard to please others, to be there for everyone, to never say no, that we forget about uh, our own mental peace and our own energy. And the worst part is, people around us might feel wanted, might feel supported, but they don't always realize what it's costing us. I mean, um, it's kind of scary if you think about it. How someone can look strong on the outside, still helping others, but inside they're completely burnt out. And uh, I feel like this image is a reminder, like a very strong one, that helping others is good, but not at the cost of losing yourself. Like you can't pour from an empty cup. If you keep giving without taking care of yourself, uh, eventually there will be nothing left to give. So yeah, overall, I feel like this picture is telling us to set boundaries, to understand it's okay to say no sometimes, and to protect our own energy before trying to fix everyone else. Because in the end, if you destroy yourself in the process, then that help isn't really healthy for you or for anyone. Because warmth given at the cost of your own existence isn't kindness, but it's self-destruction. So yeah, that's it. Now the second image is, in this illustration, it's actually divided into three parts, and each part feels like a stage of life. Like the first one says chase, and we can see a young man literally running after money. And honestly, the way he's running, it feels so desperate. Like he's not even thinking about where he's going. He just wants to catch that money. And yeah, I think that represents how, in the beginning of life, we are just focused on earning, achieving, running behind success without really thinking much. And yeah, we see this a lot. Um, like students rushing to get jobs, people constantly thinking about salary, promotions, and somewhere we start believing that our worth depends on how much we earn. Now the second part is it says experience. Uh, the person is old now. The person is older, walking slowly, not running anymore. And instead of chasing money, there is this glowing path ahead, which feels more peaceful, more meaningful. So I feel like the stage shows maturity. Like after a point, we start understanding life is not just about money; it's about experience, about moments and meaning. Like after working or studying continuously, we start realizing that small things matter too, like talking to friends, um, spending time with family, or just having peace of mind. But then the third part hits the hardest. It says reality. Now the person is old, holding money tightly, but standing right at the edge where there's literally an end sign. And that's kind of scary if you think about it. Like after spending your whole life chasing money, in the end you realize that you have reached the finish line, and that money can't really do anything more. Honestly, we sometimes see older people who have everything financially, but still feel empty because they didn't get the they get time to actually live their life. So I feel like the whole message of this image is not about priorities. is about priorities. Like, it's not saying money is wrong, but it's saying that if you only chase money and ignore everything else, you might regret it later, because in the end, memories, experiences, relationships, those are the things that actually matter. So money might give comfort, but it can't give time. And honestly, once time is gone, no amount of money can bring back uh, missed moments or lost connections. So I feel like this image is kind of a reminder to slow down a little, to not just run blindly, but to actually live while we are chasing. So it's okay to work hard, but at the same time, we should also create memories, take breaks, and enjoy the present. So overall, it's uh, showing that life is not just about the destination; it's about how you spend your journey. Because if you only keep chasing, you might reach the end with everything in your hands, but nothing in your life. So yeah, that's all from my side. Thank you, ma'am.
Wow, Naisa. I don't have words. I was just listening, that was really very powerful to listen. And the way you started, my reaction was that you said the reaction of the image being intense and disturbing. That immediately caught my attention, and then the way you slowly unfolded the meaning, it felt like a story, not just an explanation. I really loved how you described the fire as something internal, like exhaustion and emotional drain. That was very beautifully expressed and beautifully explained. Your thoughts about people like giving too much of themselves and losing their own space and peace. That was also very, very, very felt very real. And yeah, it was good. I could clearly feel the meaning in your words, and your vocabulary, your flow, and your way of expressing idea. That is truly your strength, and I really loved enjoying listening to you. And in the last image, this was a very powerful explanation. Okay, same. You broke the image into three stage of life. That was really very well structured, like AR, and I really liked how you explained each stage with so much detail and meaning. Especially your point about running blindly behind money in the beginning, and the way you describe the last stage where the person has everything, but still feels empty. That was very thought provoking. You were not just describing the picture, you were actually telling a story, and that made your answer, your speech very engaging. Okay, I love the way you're using vocabulary and your confidence. Very good. I really enjoyed listening. Today, I don't know, after a long time, I think I'm having such amazing speakers and listening to their perspectives and answers. Really, I'm lucky. So, Naisa, thank you so much for taking part in the session. Thank you so much, my dear. Okay, we have our next participant, that is Sandy. Sandy, are you there?
Yeah,
Very good evening, Sandy.
very good evening. Hi, how are you?
I'm fine. What about you, Sandy?
Yeah, I'm doing fine, thank you.
So, Sandy, which image you are going to take first for explanation?
We have to choose only one.
It's up to you. If you want to go with the 4 image, you're most welcome. If 2, that is okay, good. And if 3, much better.
Yeah, I will take not much time and I will go in short.
Okay.
2 or 3.
Okay. The stage is all yours. Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, so the first image is everyone has different hourglass. So wait for your time. This is true that this picture even says that we all have our own time, the right time, and we all have our own different, our own kind of experiences or the things are there. The situation and everything is totally different. So we should not actually compare with anyone's life because everybody has their own situations and their experiences, their whatever they got because of their whatever they have done. So in to be happy in our life is something that we don't need to compare. We should wait for our time to get what we actually want to get in our life, because we cannot compare with others because their life is in their own way is totally what they have done in their life. So we all have different kind of uh, like situations, condition based on our from the childhood. So according to that, we are getting what we do. So we should always focus on ourselves and try to wait for the right time. Whatever we are doing, we should keep doing that, and no, we don't need to compare. Yeah, that's all. The first picture. The second picture is don't burn yourself to keep others warm. This is true because we should not sacrifice totally ourselves for others to get them satisfied or their for their satisfaction. It's okay if we are good, if we are kind. We can help or we can uh, support someone, but not into that where we lose ourselves and then we are sacrificing totally for others. We should enlightenment ourselves firstly. We should focus on ourselves. We should take care of ourselves firstly. Then only we can go ahead and help others if they're required. But we should not forget firstly ourselves who matters most, because if we think always for others, then we lose ourselves and we will be not even satisfied for our life, and then we will be just juggling in our life. Yeah, and that's all this picture. The third picture says there are three steps to get like even our end life. So the first is like after our schooling, we are chasing money because we got taught by our even parents, society and everybody, because they are saying us that money is everything, and that's how we make our mind, and that's how we are chasing. And because of that only we forget even our health and everything. We just focus only one thing, and we are even not thinking about what actually satisfaction for us. But only one thing that we are having in our mind, that is money, money, money. And after that, once we get experience, so we are not thinking too much about money, but still there is money. But the end reality is that we are not going to live here forever. So the way the way we are getting older, the same way we come to in reality that somewhere we have to leave this world, and then we cannot we are having that money, but we cannot keep that money when we will leave this world. So then but then the time is not there, but but we have just we just get experiences. Then somewhere we are knowing that we what we used to do like at starting, and then we got a lot of experiences by doing that. Maybe we have then we get lot of money, but at the end we have to live this world, and that's what is the reality. Then there is we can keep him like keep that money once we leave this world. So should think about ourselves, what actually satisfaction for us, what kind of things that we can do to make this life meaningful, rather than always burning money, because at the end that will be not actually doing with ourselves. Only what fun or what kind of things that was there is what we can take from ourselves from this world. Yeah, last picture is surround yourself with people that you. Your growth is in invaluable. Yeah, this is true because what I personally experienced that our environment matters. The way our environment is there, the same way you are uh, getting growth. What I like experience that if I am the person who is surrounding with people who are negative, but I am the one who is positive, but surrounding with negative one, it is not going to impact in one day. But when I am with them every day, I'm with them and they are talking very toxic things, they are negative. So it will gradually impact on me, and gradually I will be like getting influenced by them. And the same way I will also start my mind will also create the same way things, and then I will totally enjoying or involving myself with them. So it's very important that if we have environment, we should first understand the environment that we are with whom. If there is something where you feel that there is nothing getting good outcome, then you need to change the environment. And if you feel that the environment is always giving you push for your future, then you should be with it more so that you can get more experiences, and you can get things to learn, and then that will be helpful for our growth. Yeah, that's all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sandy. Oh, I really liked your explanation for all the four images. Like, first, your thoughts about everyone having their own time and not comparing with others. That was very nice, good point. Second, I liked how you explained the importance of self care and not losing yourself while helping others. That was very important message. Very good. In third, I like your idea behind the explanation, the way you spoke about different stages of life and how we start chasing money from the beginning. That was very practical and a very true point. I could see that you were trying to explain how society and surrounding influence our thinking, which is very that you are a good observer. Okay, and your message was very clear that we sometimes ignore our health and other important things while running behind the money. And in the third image, in the fourth image, your personal experience about environment and how it affects our growth. That made your explanation really, really very real and relatable. I could see that you understood all the images well, and you tried to connect them with real life examples, and you have explained all the four images very nicely. Good effort. Keep speaking. And really, I don't know, but I really I don't have words, but I'm really enjoying everybody's listening to everyone's thoughts. Yeah. Thank you so much, Sandy. Thank you for participating. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much for your kind feedback.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Okay. Now, can we have our next participant? Okay. Let me check. It's Suraj. Suraj, are you there?
Yes, ma'am. Hello, and good evening.
Very, very good
Good
evening,
evening,
Suraj.
everyone. Yes.
Okay. Suraj, which image would you like to go?
Ma'am, that chase experience and reality one.
Okay. Okay, you can
Yeah.
go. The stage is all yours. Yeah, please.
Thank you, ma'am. Yeah. So in the first slot, I can clearly see that there is a man who is young and he is running behind money near a cliff. It shows that how people in our age, basically youngsters, think about the money is everything. We see people around us choosing jobs for salary and running only behind for packages or getting just because of getting influence by the social media platforms, whatever they see on the social media. But most of them doesn't even care about their personal interest, like what they had an interest. Just because of money, they sacrifice their interest. Yeah, it is one point. It is one point of time. It is correct that money is important. It will improve your living standards, but sacrificing our interest because of money, that is not the good thing. And in the second slot, that is the experience one, I can assume that there is a man becomes older and now he's just standing and observing. Basically, this shows an experience. This after some time, people start realizing that only money is not enough. For example, many working professionals later feel stressed or disconnected even after earning a good amount of money. That clearly showed that even you will be a rich person, but if you don't have mental peace, then earning money is not enough. Somehow indirectly, mental peace and calmness in life is also important. And about the third slot, that is the end. um, I am not enough words to explain this slot, but yeah, um, it shows that no matter how much money you earn in your life, even if you become a billionaire, you can't carry the money with you at the end. All the wealth, your success and achievements, it stays here only. What truly matters that is the memories, relationship, and how you lived your life. So it doesn't matter how much money you have. What truly matters is how you live your life and what impact you have left behind. So this from that's from my side, ma'am. Now over to you.
Okay. Thank you so much, Suraj. This is your first time you're attending the session?
Yeah, picture description. This is my first time, and I have attended grooming session before that, or vocabulary session.
Okay. Suraj, I really like the way you have explained. Very nice. Once again. So the explanations was very nicely structured from youth to experience to the end. Everything was very clearly connected. For the first part, your point about youngsters chasing money and getting influenced by the social media, that was very real. And for the second part, I liked how you explained that with the time, people realize money is not everything, but sure, okay? And that is a good thinking. And in the third part, your conclusion about memories, relationship, and the impact we leave behind, that was really meaningful and beautifully said, really. I could see a lot of confidence and a strong flow in your speaking. And I really enjoyed listening to you and the points, very nice explanation, very nice example. So Suraj, thank you for
Yeah,
taking part
ma'am.
in the session. Thank
Thank
you
you,
so
ma'am.
much.
It
Good,
really means
good
a lot.
compliment.
Thanks for your
Good
valuable
compliment.
feedback. Yeah, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Okay. So anybody else who would like to take? Okay, Suraj is done. Okay, who is PS? Is
Yeah,
PS
good
here?
evening, Kittu.
Very good
Yeah, I am
evening.
here.
Okay. So PS, which picture would you like to go?
I would like to participate the fourth one.
Fourth one. Okay.
Not fourth one, all like
All the four one. All four.
all the four.
Okay. So the stage is yours and you can start. Yeah, please.
Okay, good evening, everyone. The first picture is it has the quote, everyone has different hourglass, so wait for your time. In every glass, the picture indicates that in first one there is the boy, like child who is like nature is giving the time for to growing up. And in second picture, father is getting older and the child is getting like its life growing. And in third glass, it is showing that he has earned a lot of money or something, showing the above time glass, and he is getting old. That lady is also fulfilled her life and it's time to getting old. So everyone has different hourglass, means that nature has given the time to everybody to fulfill their wishes, their dreams and everything. But we have to focus on our what we are doing now, which work we are doing. That is, in everything, whatever we do, we will get our time, like this time to do that thing and reach in certain time that nature has given to fulfill that. So wait for your time. That means it already this time it already written. So we have to do without worry that that guy, like suppose A and B are the friends. A is focusing totally on the B, like my friend has achieved the success and he is going to that job. We have to not to worry about the B. We have A has to focus on his dreams and his study to get his own time. And second picture is don't burn yourself to keep others warm. Like if we are fulfilling the others, like people are focused only on others, like whoever is not having anything to do, they will keep talking about the others. So we have to focus on ourselves, not the others. Society, if we are fulfilling the wishes of the society, family members, friends, so we will somewhere we will lack our sole purpose to fulfill. So we have to focus on inner self and work. If we are not getting today, tomorrow we will get success or anything, but not going to waste the time what we have put our efforts. So don't burn yourself. If we are keep fulfilling the others' wishes, so they will get the grade. Not we are getting the grade from that. So we have to focus ourselves. In that picture, that not that boy, but everyone is like after getting the certificate, we will get the job and totally focus on getting money. And getting money after we have the wishes to buy the house, buy the car, everything. We for that we have to achieve the so much money. So chasing in between that gap, chasing the money, after that fulfilling one wishes, one desire to another desire, we will desires are not going to end, but our life will going to end. For that, so we have to fulfill our we have to regularly do the job, but apart from that, we have to focus on health and like spending the time with the family and like things have to do the things whatever giving the happiness we have to achieve after. If we are totally focusing on the money after getting the certain period, we will regret like I have totally focused on the to get the fulfillment of money, not focused on my life. Like I had that desire in my past, so that is now I am regretting. Suppose suppose this guy is having the he is like having the desire to get the cricket man, so he is now getting the lots of money by doing the other job. But after certain age, he will he will lack in the cricket. To play the cricket, we have to get the fitness. So after certain time, it will the dream will be going to vanish. So in reality, he is holding the money, but he is realizing that at the time of that old age, he is realizing, and every wishes and every happiness is in front of his eye. So we have to focus on that. If you surround yourself with the people better than you, your growth is inevitable. So this is totally 100% correct. Like we like attracts the like and magnet attracts the magnet, so we have to surround ourselves with the students or the people or relatives or whatever the family members who is uplifting you. So if the suppose a relative has got not I'm telling the totally focus on that person, but if the person has achieved something, we automatically get like attracted towards them. So we try to achieve that only. And if we are surrounding with the students who is in A grade, we totally focus on what he is doing, what he or she is doing, and how the way they are reading and how the way they are attentive in the classroom. So we will totally focus on, we mold ourselves and we totally do the things according to them, and we will get the result also. So if we are competing ourselves, so not the first rank, but we will get the second rank also. Thank you. That's all from my side.
Thank you so much, PS. Wonderful explanation. I really, I don't have words, because the way you have explained all the three images. For the first image, your thoughts about everyone having their own time and focusing on our own journey instead of comparing. That was really nice. Okay, I feel very calm and very positive. For the second image, I liked how you explained the importance of not losing yourself while trying to fulfill others' expectation. So your point about focusing on your inner self and purpose, that was really very, very nice. I could see that you understood all the image and try to give a message from that. I really like your effort and the way you have tried to explain your ideas. You spoke about the money, life, stage, regrets, and also about surroundings. So you covered it a lots of points, and that's really good. PS, Your message was clear that we should not only focus on money, but also on happiness, health, and relationship. That is a very, very, very powerful point. And on the second part about surrounding yourself with better people, that was also very nice and motivating. So I could see that you have a very good thoughts, and you just need um, you have to have your confidence level is little bit, you were, I think you were more shy, like to so I want you next in the next session with a very confident, very strong, powerful voice. I want from you, PS. And I love your examples and the points you've explained. So very nice. I'm really happy listening to you. Thank you so much for taking part, PS. Thank you.
Okay, that was a nice feedback from your side too. I will focus. I will work on that.
Thank you, my dear. So I think I don't have any more participants. So yes, I'll just wrap up the session. Okay. Sir, would you like to take part? Sir. I won't pronounce. I won't call your name.
Pronounce it. I'm waiting.
No, I won't call your name. So which image you would you like to explain, sir?
Kittu, I think it's already time for you. You can leave.
Okay. Yeah, it's almost 8:30 right now. All right.
No.
Okay, so I'll just wrap up the session now. Thank you so much for taking part in the session, everybody.